It was almost midnight when Mia sat curled up on her bed, the glow of her phone lighting her pale face. The rain outside hadn't stopped for hours. It drummed endlessly against her window, a steady, monotonous rhythm that mixed with the faint hum of her old table lamp. Her parents were away for the weekend, and the house was too quiet, the kind of quiet that makes every single creak and groan of the old house sound like a whisper just for you. Bored, and maybe a little uneasy, Mia decided to open her favorite horror game, Don't Peek. The premise, the main rule, was simple. Whatever happens in the game, you cannot look behind you. Now, at first, she laughed at the warning. I mean, come on. It's just a silly little indie game with a few cheap jump scares, right? Or so she thought. The game began in a small, dimly lit bedroom that looked disturbingly similar to her own. The same desk, the same lamp, even the same window with the rain streaking down. She could hear the soft pitter-patter of rain outside the virtual window, perfectly matching the real storm raging outside. It was a neat trick, a bit immersive. She guided her character towards the digital closet door. A message popped up on the screen. Do not open. But of course, that's like putting a big red button in front of someone and telling them not to press it. Curiosity won. Mia tapped the screen, and the closet door in the game creaked open just a little bit, revealing a dark, ambiguous shadow standing inside. It wasn't moving, just standing there, waiting. An involuntary chill ran down her spine. At that exact moment, she could have sworn she heard a faint, almost identical creak from her own closet, right across the room. She froze, slowly, cautiously. Her eyes drifted towards her real closet. It was still shut tight. She forced a nervous laugh and shook her head, whispering to herself, "It's just the game's sound effects. Really good sound effects." She tried to rationalize the fear away, but the seed of doubt had been planted. Back in the game, the lights in the virtual room began to flicker. The on-screen message flashed again, this time more urgently. Don't peek. The character's heartbeats started to echo from her phone speakers, a slow, heavy thumping that felt unnervingly real. And then her own table lamp flickered. Her breath caught in her throat. The laughter died instantly. The timing was just too perfect, too precise to be a coincidence. Her hand trembled as she continued to play, desperately telling herself it was all in her head. She forced her character to look back at the closet in the game. It was now wide open, and the shadow had moved. It was closer to the bed now, its shape more defined, more human. Then came another message, short and terrifying. It sees you. Her phone buzzed violently in her hand, and the in-game camera suddenly shifted its perspective. It was now showing the room exactly as she was sitting in it, a perfect replica. But there was something new on the screen. A figure, a dark, tall figure standing right behind her chair. She gasped and dropped the phone. It hit the soft blanket, and the sound was instantly muted. Her breath came in short, panicked gasps. The air in the room suddenly felt heavy, thick, as if the oxygen was being slowly sucked out. It was that distinct, primal feeling of being watched. She didn't dare turn around. Her heart was a drum beating against her ribs, every single beat screaming the game's warning. Don't peek, don't peek, don't peek. Minutes passed, or maybe it was only seconds. Time seemed to stretch and warp, losing all meaning. The sound of the rain outside faded, replaced by something else, a slow, dragging sound, scraping against the floor, coming from somewhere directly behind her. She wanted to scream, to move, to do anything, but her body was paralyzed with fear, refusing to listen. The table lamp flickered again, once, twice, and then went out completely, plunging the room into absolute darkness. Her phone screen was the only source of light, glowing faintly from where it lay on the corner of her bed. With a hand that shook so badly she could barely control it, she picked it up. The game was still running. A new message had appeared, glowing stark white against the black screen. It read, "You looked." Her throat tightened. No, I didn't," she whispered to the empty, dark room. "I didn't look." And then she saw it. A shadow moved across her own reflection on the phone's screen. Not in the game. In her reflection. Something tall and impossibly thin, crawling closer from behind. Every instinct screamed at her to run. She threw the phone aside and bolted for the door. But as her hand closed around the doorknob, it wouldn't move. It was ice cold, so cold it burned, almost like another hand was gripping it tight from the other side, holding her prisoner. And then she heard it. A whisper, dry and rasping, right next to her ear. "Don't peek." But she did. She turned anyway. She shouldn't have. For just a split second, she saw it. A grotesque, distorted face, just inches from her own. Its eyes were hollow, empty sockets, and its mouth was stretched impossibly wide, as if caught in a silent, eternal scream. Its long, skeletal fingers reached for her, dripping with a substance that seemed darker than darkness itself. She finally screamed, a raw, terrified sound. She stumbled back, crashing into her desk, sending the no-dark lamp to the floor. The bulb shattered with a pop. The room went pitch black for a brief, flickering moment. The emergency power from the street outside cast a weak light into the room, and in that flash of light, she was gone. The only thing left was her phone, lying on the bed, its screen still glowing brightly. The game had restarted on its own. This time, the camera showed an empty room, her room, waiting for the next player.